Hello and welcome to Belonging Songs, the very first episode of season 5. What, Brad?
This guy can't play the theme song without starting an episode right away.
That's what we were doing.
He just can't do it.
That's what it's
I thought
for.
we were just listening to the
Oh,
song. Yeah,
So he could pop back in on the
yeah, he was pop backing in on the false start.
Stop.
That's good.
As I was saying,
Keep
welcome
us
to
going.
Belonging Songs. This is the podcast that brings you a brand new song with each episode. I am your host, Wade Dana. With me, as you have heard in the studio, Brad Maurer,
Yep.
Chad Colton,
Hello.
and we got Patrick Crane here via the interweb. Manica Patrick.
Manica Patrick.
Yeah, this is our first episode, and it's going to be one of our instrumental song episodes. So welcome back, everyone. Guys, thanks for being here.
Of course.
Of course, we're recording this on the same day we've recorded some other stuff, so we've already recorded all of our pleasantries and don't know what to talk about now. But Patrick, you were mentioning something about that theme song we just heard
No,
for
after
the
re-listening to
first
the theme
episode.
song, I realized there's a bit of like a sense of a false stop, which is kind of interesting in a 30-second song.
Where I really let that note go, right?
Yeah, I just like that.
Chad comes in with the fill.
Good sense of suspense. I'll stand by that. It's the best theme song.
Well, thanks for spontaneously bringing that up.
Yeah, you're welcome. I also would like to say, like you told me to at the beginning of this episode, I don't have a joke. I'm sorry.
That
Maybe
was
we can
it.
rehearse one. Yeah.
All right, well, as you can tell, this is going to be a great season. I'm glad that you're all here.
If only the podcast had no lyrics, we would be in good shape.
We'd have two listeners.
Can we do a
Thank you, Brad.
fucking instrumental podcast?
Thank you, Brad. I guess this is a good time to mention our website and Spotify playlist link
Yeah,
that is in the episode description, where you can listen to all the songs sans us talking.
This song really belongs on the spaghetti incident.
That's right. It's a heavy Guns N' Roses
Oh,
themed
are you
season.
saying we should cover better podcasts? That's our podcast.
we just
Word for
fucking
word
regurgitate Smartless.
Yeah. What's a good podcast everybody listens to? Let's do that.
We'll do a Joe Rogan.
And why has nobody thought of that yet? We'll be pioneers in the podcast cover.
I am Wade Dana as Joe Rogan. I am
Yep.
Ben Maurer as fucking whoever the fuck he's got on.
Anyway, yeah, so today we are listening to one of our instrumental songs that Brad, Chad, myself get together on Friday nights and jam out. This song is called Genovese. There is a story behind this one. We do not have a demo for this, though I did dig around in my hard drives to try and find one because this song started as a collaboration online between Brad and myself.
It's in space. It has lyrics.
Yeah,
Remember?
yes, yeah, that's what I was...
It's gone though forever.
Thank you. Brad.
Bradley's in space.
Yeah, this song I had written on guitar, and it must have been before we started jamming regularly with Chad again. And we had the Pro Tools online cloud collaboration we were trying out.
Not a sponsor.
Yeah. And I had written the song, sent it to Brad, and the idea was to just kind of work on it together. And Brad put some lyrics to it, sang them, sent it back to me, and I know it happened here. And then I recorded a version because my idea was like, oh, I'll take these and kind of workshop them, a lot like what we do here, but before we were good about communicating about songs and stuff.
Yeah, we didn't talk then.
So I recorded it, sent it back to him, probably with a note or a text that was like, hey, there's just some ideas. But knowing Brad, he got it back and was like, look, this guy just re-recorded my song. Fuck this guy, I'm done.
Bullshit, I'm out.
That's basically where it ended. So there was two versions of this
Yeah, and I swear to God, I saved it, and I can't.
I looked through all my hard drives the other night trying to find it because I wanted to play those demos here. But they're gone.
This is why I don't trust things living in the cloud.
Yeah, and that's why it was cloud-based and we didn't end up saving it. But
It's in the cloud.
But Brad wrote the song. My thing was just to play on his, just kind of reworking things here and there. But it was called Genovese, and it still is. That carried over. And it was about Genovese syndrome, which is a collective. Somebody sees something doing wrong, and a bunch of people just kind of stand around and do nothing because they assume somebody else is going to do it.
Yeah.
Well, we just lost Patrick.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Is he sharing his screen? Huh?
Yeah, he's... Okay,
Did we hit the zoom limit?
No,
we've got.
Oh, check out the screen,
Yeah.
Chad.
User Illusion 2 on there.
Yeah, that'll be
This is the
funny
blue one.
for listeners next episode.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah.
But every time we play this song, I still sing the lyrics in my head.
Yeah, this is a case where, because it had lyrics, actually your guitar part now
Is
kind
the-
of takes
is the
over that
lyrics.
part.
Yep.
What was the song we did? Heart Attack was like
Same
that.
thing.
That one
That had
also started
lyrics.
the same way, had lyrics, and then we started playing it, and you
Guitar
came up
part
with,
is
yeah, your
what I
guitar
sang.
part mirrored
Yep.
that, yeah. So that's how this song started, and now we play it on the regular.
It's a universal language now.
Sure. But we weren't as good as communicating our intentions back
No,
then.
and I don't think that was even it, though. It just hit a point where I was like, all right, I don't know what to do anymore with this song. And then it just got stuck.
You do that a
Probably what it
lot,
was.
though.
Yeah, well, especially because I live in a world of music, song predictability. And if it goes somewhere where I didn't think it was going to go, I'm like, uh-oh, I don't know what to do anymore. Then it sits there. And Wade's really good at taking it to that place because he's a lot more creative than me in terms of
So
like.
when was
his
this
imagination.
demo recorded? This version?
This is while I was chasing a girl down in Phoenix.
Yeah, so
That's
what
when
year
we
was
did that, but not this version.
No, but
Not the new one. He
yeah.
said the demo.
The demo that Wade and I did,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which we don't have.
Yeah.
I don't know. What year was that, Chad?
That would have been like
That
2000.
was a good weird snort, by the way.
Yeah, get rid of that, please. That was like 2000.
That's gonna show up in a song.
Good weird snort. Good weird snort.
10.
Yeah.
2011.
Yeah.
Quite a while ago, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
The latest it could be would be like 2012.
Yeah. So we're listening today to the finished version,
Yeah. Because we had gotten together. How long we've been playing these songs? 6 years now,
at least.
right? So we had gotten together 6 years ago, which is after Chad came back. And it took a minute to get to this song where Wade and I realized, like, oh, we have this song. And I think Wade started playing it one time when we were jamming.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, oh, I'm just going to figure out what I sang, and that'll be the melody. And then that was the song. And then we kind of slowly sort of built on it a little bit. And then we just keep playing it the same way now. And this is the song now. It doesn't,
But
the old version doesn't exist.
the day that we set up to record the version we're going to listen to, we got everything set up. And then I'm like, well, I'm hearing this one thing.
Oh, yeah, we decided
Let's spend an hour and a
to
half
change it completely.
doing
Hey,
something completely
hey, now
new
that
and
now that
different.
we're recording it, why don't we change it completely?
And we
Like,
just
no, that's not what we're doing.
wasted
It took
a
forever.
ton of time for something that didn't even make it in. But now I always hear it, and we're gonna do a vote at the end of this see if we should add one in
Okay.
because we actually do play it now.
Well, we played in every song we
Live.
play, though.
Patrick, that was another one where I walked out.
Yeah, are you referring to the
Yes.
Yeah.
Over and
I
over.
mean, we do that. Wade and I'll do that with every song we play.
Yeah, but it legitimately
Sometimes.
fits in this one now because we spent that time because I was like, I hear it in the song, and now it's become a joke.
Yeah, it's very inside baseball we're talking about right now. It's
So we'll talk about that after. But yeah, there's no demo. This is just the finished version of a song we've been playing for a while. It's called Genovese, and yeah, let's give it a listen, and then we'll talk a little more about it. Patrick, you got it queued up there?
Got her.
All right, here we go. actually haven't listened to that since we finished it up.
Me neither.
Since the three of us here are very familiar with that, why don't we get Patrick's thought?
Let's
I'm
go to
trying
Whyte.
Yeah.
No, I'm just trying to place where.
Which Guns N' Roses
Album.
album?
Yeah, yeah. This is who was the Buckethead one? Chinese Democracy.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely more Buckethead one.
I really like the build of this song. I'm trying to really place just the general vibe that it puts me in. But the hard attack guitar, which I'm assuming is you, Brad, soloing
Yeah,
in there.
Brad's lead. I'm pretty much rhythm on this
Yeah.
song.
Oh no, it's just a really nice flow. I love the drums, Chad. You're doing a lot of like bell work
Mhm.
on this from what I can hear. That just really complements sort of the ebb and flow of the music. I don't know. I think this is a really nicely composed song. I'd be curious to hear how it started because this just sounds complete to me. Just
I
entire
don't
story.
think that it's changed really at
No,
all,
for me,
as
I-
far
I-
as the arrangement.
no, and I can say that
So I just wrote it like that, Patrick.
yeah,
That's what I'm
I
saying.
know you do.
But, like,
I know you do.
imagery wise, like colors wise, like this song puts me
The purple.
it puts me in 5-corner intersection in New York City with a bunch of apartments and it's dark and Batman-y.
Really?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
exactly
Really?
where
Yeah, I
Probably
don't get
because
that
of
at
your
all.
lyrical.
yeah,
content.
that's extremely personal.
Were you
Just-
Batman in this scenario when you were writing this
No,
song?
no, 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 not at
You're
all.
gonna save
Yeah, I could have saved everybody,
Yeah.
including Genovese.
But you did.
But I didn't. But just because of the vibe of the lyrics, the song was building that way when it originally was built. That's where it automatically takes me. But that's a very unique, probably, perspective. But it takes me to like that sort of dark alley, concrete, dirty
Okay.
sort of vibe. It's a little dark.
I almost get like it's the end of part one, like it's the
It's not
end
part
of an
one or
act.
part two.
Yeah,
It's part
Part-
two.
part two. We're welcome back, listeners.
Little Tony Horton joke.
We'll beat
for
that
you.
one to death. Yeah, it's almost like the end of a first act, and my ear is wanting to hear the next track in an album that comes in a little quieter.
It's hard to
I
tell.
don't know. It's yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That's Brad's go-to.
Yeah.
Heart attack.
It is my go-to. Like I don't know what to play.
I don't know. I don't think that adds much to the discussion, but that's just the.
It's
the
hard
general
without- with
vibe
a
I get.
song
I
without
don't have a whole lot
lyrics.
to say
Yeah.
compositionally.
Okay. I remember some of the lyrics being like, "You know it's not right. I know it's not.
I
right,"
know it's
something
not
like
right. You know it's not right.
Yeah.
That's
about
the
it.
main part.
that. I know
Sounds
it's not
perfect.
Yeah,
right.
there was like a verse
You
about
know- and
like
your guitar really does.
I've seen murder in plain sight,
Mhm.
right? Da 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 da, and then that's the bow 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 now now.
He's giving me some good stuff here to
Is
work with.
that's well that's the That's the I know it's not right, you know it's not right, and then there were fucking lyrics before it
There
happened.
we- Just have to trust us there.
Yeah, but fuck, I wish we had the real one. The real one, it was a fleshed out song. It was
Yeah, yeah.
it was pretty much like there was verses. That was the chorus, obviously,
Mhm.
and then there was the solo was initially the same,
Yeah.
like the that was
okay,
that was
yeah.
that was you know the part.
Yeah.
That was the solo in the demo we did.
Mhm.
And then there was like an outro chorus, and that was it. It was really like a 3-minute song.
All right. Before we talk about recording this, let's talk about this extra part. Like I'd mentioned, like when we went into the studio to record, I was like, I hear this. And then we messed around with it for way too long, and it didn't get in there. But since then, we have been playing that part live. Should we add one just once in the song?
I can deal with that. No, I think once does add something.
Brad? Because I'll put it at the end of this
And
episode.
you and I,
if we add it, you know.
But-
and I pointed and did the
Yeah,
same.
we know right where it
spot.
goes.
But
Yeah.
do the drums do anything with it?
No,
No.
You never do anything with it at all?
No.
You never participate.
I don't
in
think
it.
I did.
You
Well,
don't.
we always surprise them with it. So.
Well, I mean, we've started the song that way.
For
No,
the sake of the recording, I think, like, because Chad had mentioned, we don't want it to step on his fills, but there is a section there The
Where I
second,
beginning.
usually stop.
the second time the song goes dun 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 dun, that's where it would go. And Chad's not doing anything there.
I'd almost think he'd want like a snare fill mimicking the attack of the guitar there.
Yeah. It wouldn't change my drums at all because I don't like to fill on every break.
Mhm.
Sometimes nothing is the best way to do it, and there's in that song progression, there's one spot where I always just rest and always
When
just
we were
let
just
it
listening
stop.
there, both Chad and I looked at each other.
Yeah,
It's like,
because
this
I
is the
always
spot.
stop. I never play there anyway. So if you want to do it there.
I think it's
You know what? Do you want? Do what you want.
It goes in there regardless. So I think we should
Okay.
put it in
Okay.
there.
Well, yeah. So listener,
When we play it live, we definitely play it there amongst other places.
well, we play it all over the place. We play
So-
it just to mess with Chad.
yeah, but I think it should go in
Yeah,
for
okay.
that reason.
So I will add that, and then at the end of this episode, the song will play again, and that will be in there.
Right.
So listen out for it.
And if we ever play it live, I guess you just got to find out if it
Where
actually
it'll
belongs
go.
in there or
Right.
not.
What was that? Oh,
That's Hampton.
cool.
He had thoughts.
Dog on board.
You had thoughts.
So yeah, I mentioned going into the studio. The three of us came over here to my house, went into the basement studio to record this. Oh, first, since we're going to talk about recording. These guys came over. We recorded Chad's drums, but Brad and I were playing live just in the headphones, though, so we didn't have any amplifiers. And him and I ended up re-recording our guitars separately. So after we got Chad's drums, I recorded my guitar here, and then Brad, you recorded your guitar at your house, right?
Mhm.
I seem to remember having to ask you a few times for it.
Yeah, you did.
I think we even got Matt's bass recorded before I got yours back.
And I was like, oh, fuck, I got to get up there. I naturally had issues with my old rig at the time. My interface was acting up. It was a bit of a scene. It's
Okay.
a little bit better now, not 100% better,
Yeah.
which we can
You
discuss.
got a whole new setup now, right?
I do.
Since last
yeah.
we podcasted, you have a new interface.
I do, but we can get into it. We can get into it. Still not, I'm not
That
content.
new interface has not provided you any new songs.
No, hasn't inspired me. If
Yet.
anything, it's hindered me.
Yet.
It's hindered me slightly. There's two reasons why. I could go into them now, or we can
I'm out of stuff to
Hard
talk.
drive?
wait. So one is I can't get rid of the sound of my
Oh yeah, affected guitar.
affected guitar, which bothers me,
I mean, we are in Let's Get Technical.
and I don't know why.
We're gonna have to troubleshoot this.
So we got to troubleshoot that. I might need an in-person visit. I'll pay the fee. And then second is it's not my computer. My computer's fine. I think it's my hard drive space.
Is it though?
Is laggy. I don't do anything on it, guys. There's literally nothing on it but music shit. I took email off it. I took Microsoft Word and shit. I have no anything.
Has it been on for 6 months?
No.
Okay.
Turn it off. I don't do it. I turn off the interface now. I'm a new man. It's mostly with things that have MIDI, like when I was listening to older songs,
Mhm.
and I was like, oh, let me finish maybe this older song. I was playing with stuff past Friday, like thinking maybe I could bring something today.
Mm-hmm.
And then I couldn't get through more than 30 seconds without just a fucking total clusterfuck. So I'm like, well, something's going on. Maybe my hard drive's booked up. I don't know. I don't have the ability to solve the problems, so I leave the room.
Okay. I'm gonna have to go over to Brad's house.
And
is
then
what
I'm
it
like, well,
sounds like.
fuck, I don't know what's going on. So yeah, I get like the AHU or AAU error message. I look them up. I'm like, all right, well, I got to figure this out. When I'm feeling like doing it, when I have time to do music stuff, I don't have time to troubleshoot.
Right.
So I'm like, fuck this, I'm out. That's what happened.
So that's why it took you a while to get this guitar to me.
No, that was the interface. It was acting up at the time. But I got through it.
Yeah, we got it, and another one in the books.
Patrick fell asleep. Sorry about that, Patrick.
I'll cut it out.
That's a good story.
Yeah, thanks.
Patrick's also got to get rolling today, so I think we're about wrapped up on this episode. Unless anybody has anything else they want to say about this song,
Check my notes I took.
Yeah?
Everything's good.
everything's good.
I'll say to Patrick. Patrick, one thing that is nice is that I had no involvement and never heard the demo and never heard the lyrics. So that doesn't influence me at all, and I get to have my own little free range on it. So that helps, I think, me
Yeah.
a lot in terms of where I put stuff and how I write my parts.
Yeah.
I don't have anything technical.
No reference.
I smack drums.
Yeah.
So I get to concentrate on that stuff. And especially with the instrumental part of it, I'm kind of uninhibited. I get to put my own accents where I think they should go.
Mhm.
So
And we appreciate that.
you can put that up in the beginning of the episode before the tech shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're still getting warmed up this season.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I always like having.
Nobody's
Chad's-
going to be covering this podcast. I can tell you that.
This has been technical beefs with Chad.
I always like having Chad's drums on my songs because we can get pretty intuitive if we're playing in a room together.
Mm-hmm.
But if I have a drum part that I pick and then I don't let him hear it, which sometimes we do that intentionally, and then he plays a part, his part's always way better than the one that I could write for it, or even sometimes the one that created the song, which because a lot of times I'll start with a drum beat.
Yeah.
It's
So
just different because
yeah,
you didn't do it. That's all.
exactly, and I like it. It's always better, so that's appreciated.
Thanks.
So
guys.
this was what, like maybe the fourth one of these that we've done of the group of new songs we
I
got.
thought it was third,
I
but
think
we
it's
did
Fourth?
three or four.
Heart Attack.
Here we go.
Definitely did Heart Attack.
What was the other
Here.
one?
Yeah.
What were the other
Swamp
ones?
Crystals.
Yeah,
So
Swamp
this is the third
Crystals.
one,
This is
yeah.
number
Yeah.
3 then.
Yeah.
So we've got like 10 more. Hopefully we'll get a couple more in this season.
They're all very composed, Patrick.
Yep. And I think there's only one more that had lyrics initially that we won't be able to provide for you, but we'll talk about a bunch.
Gonna be great.
They're going to be great.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or number one.
Number one hit jam. It's going to be great. We never really nailed
that
down
the
that
same
title.
song?
It's the same song.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, fun to get it done, get it documented because like we've mentioned in the past, like all the years that we played in other bands and talked about recording but never did it. Now we're having to go back and relearn like with those old Armenia songs and document them. But these ones, we're in it now. So these are the way that they're played when we play them. Because even when we're going back to redocument those old ones, it's not quite the same because we're not as
Did we
familiar.
do a Lunds run?
What do you mean?
We talked about Lund songs on here at all?
No,
No.
we have the whole album of them recorded that we could listen to some of. I mean, it was before school, before talking about songs.
The
and-
recording of them was, yeah.
Yeah. So
I'd
they're
like to
they're a lot
review those,
more
too.
rough than the stuff we're doing now.
Oh, for sure.
But no, we haven't really done.
Some of the songs are all right.
Some of them have gotten redone. I think maybe.
You did Time to Grow Up.
Yeah, but that wasn't on the album initially. Anyway, for another day. I think we're going to get out of here for today. I think the next episode will be a full episode with an actual lyrics that when we talk about them will make more sense because they'll be in the song.
Yeah. Instead of like back in the day,
Yeah.
I remember these two lines. What do you think of that?
So thanks for joining us again
You got a
for
teenage
a new season. We're glad to be back. I was really excited to do this today because it's been a while. And so thanks, guys, for being here. And we'll see you next time.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles VHS right there.
Oh yeah, dude. You know why I
It's
keep
got his
that?
favorite song on it.
I keep that because
Pizza
at
Hut
the
ad?
yes, because of the Pizza Hut commercial at the beginning about baseball. Patrick, you know.
I know.
Yeah, it's good. Boom, done. Next.